Yes.
Okay. All right. What's up, buddy?
Okay.
Fuck. I just woke up. What time is it over there for you?
140.
1:40? What the fuck? Wait. Oh, my watch is dead. Never mind. I didn't know my watch. I didn't know. I didn't know my watch died. It woke me up this morning. My
Oh,
alarm went off in the morning. Fuck, man. It's supposed to be my day off. Well, I'm supposed to have
that's
today
supposed to
and
be.
tomorrow off. Well, I do. Today is my day off, but I'm supposed to have tomorrow off as well. But my manager's like, "You want to come in?" I was like, "No, but I will."
Well, no, that's your own fault.
Yeah. Well, I haven't had a day off. I legit have not had a day off for the past 2 weeks, and this is my first day off in 2 weeks. Um, and that's why I haven't been doing as much as I've been wanting to lately because I've just been so fucking busy doing everything else. Um, but I finally get to rest a little bit before I have to go back into work tomorrow. So, and
Nice.
then I'm supposed to have I think like Wednesday, Thursday off, but I'm working Wednesday again because she's like I need people Wednesday. She's like, but you don't have to work if you don't want to. I was like, just fucking put me on the schedule. I'll be here. I'll be there. I'll be there Wednesday. She's like, oh, okay, okay, okay. So, so on the plus side, I guess I'm getting hours and I'm making money. But uh,
You
on
should
the
give you more.
on the downs, no, they should. They really should be giving me more, honestly. Cause yeah, like I don't know. It's one of those things. Okay, cause I've only been working for like maybe a year already, like a year and a half already. But I feel like I'm in like I kind of feel like I'm not in a position to really to ask for more pay. But I mean, and not only that, she's gonna be going. My manager, she's gonna be going out of state for a business trip. Um, but when she comes back, she's like, you pick a week and I'll give you the week off. Like just she's like. She's like, like go on vacation, get a week off or something. And I'm like, oh yeah, I really should. So, what are you doing in 2 weeks?
Uh, Nothing.
I'm actually considering getting a ticket and flying over there. I might
I
as
should
well.
win.
Just
So you
just
should.
just to yeah. Honestly, I gotta find my passport though. I don't know where my passport's at because
Shouldn't
my
need
ID's
one.
pretty expired.
You
So,
shouldn't need a passport for in domestic travel.
uh, well, yeah, right. Well, you need an ID though, right?
I don't think so because people fly when they're
Really?
fucking 14 years old.
Every time I fly, I always fly out of the country. So every time I've ever been on a plane, I've always needed a passport.
And even then,
So,
even if your ID is expired, it's still some form of identification.
okay. Well, regardless, I think in a few weeks it might be it. I think I actually will probably fly over there within the next 2 weeks because I could really use the time off to not freak out and stuff and because I've been stressed the fuck out lately, bro. Super fucking stressed. But enough about me. What are you up to? I can tell you've been stressed too because you went from like plat to gold in like a week.
Dude, that wasn't stress. That was just, you know, I was having, a good streak of games, and then because I play the game so much, it ends up being the huge issue of it happens so frequently, like just about every day. I get that one bot lane that just runs it down time and time again, and by the time we get to 20 minutes, they're already 1 in 15. So just from that game, I get super tilted, and then just start thinking about and play things like Calista Top, and yeah, it doesn't go very well.
Why don't you make a second account so you can just do dumb shit on that account? Like you're still playing League, but you're not destroying your fucking your MMR or your win streak.
Because it's already so bad at this point. It's not. it doesn't change too much.
Right. I guess so. Yeah, and we checked. What is it? You like we checked yesterday. Was it yesterday? I can't remember. Was
Yeah,
it
it
yesterday?
was
How?
2,800 hours.
Yeah, you got double the amount of. Wait, did we say 4,800?
2,800,
Oh,
and
2,800.
yeah,
Yeah, okay, yeah, cuz I know you have double what I have. um yeah, that's nuts. I I mean, but you're in the top, like, what is it? You're like in the top 10%, right? Like, or like the top 20% of like players of league
I don't
or
know.
some shit like
I don't
that.
know the statistics for that one.
What is it plat? Like what is the percentage of people who are in plat division? Like
I haven't the faintest idea, but I can search it.
uh let me see. Let me see. You are in the top 9.54%, it says.
Wow,
And that's what
that's
it says.
incredible.
So wow. So I mean, at least that's something, right? I mean, you're back down to gold, but I mean, at least you're in the top 9.54%.
Well, when you think about it, top 9.54% considering the player base of League of Legends, not that very high.
Okay, well, like I mean, how many people play League of Legends in North America? Is the
Millions,
thing. Like,
millions.
right, okay, millions, right? But like, what's the exact number? Is what I'm wondering. Uh, let me see. Let me see what's the number. 150 million registered players and over 117 million players are actively playing monthly, and 10 to 11 active players daily. Wait, what?
Let's say 10 to
No,
11,000
that's a
or
lie.
million.
Oh, I don't know. It just says 10 to oh, yeah, 10 to 11 million. Yeah. Playing daily.
And yet our queue times are still fucking 3 minutes if the
I
queue minutes.
know. Oh my god, right? It's so fucking stupid. So we said Jesus Christ. So what is it? How many people played again? 150 million?
150 million.
150 million. What's so you are yeah, so like that's what, 13
The amount of people that play the game every day.
13 13 million? Top 13 million? Something like that. I don't do math.
Yay!
I'm a fucking idiot. I could be wrong. I could be very wrong. I
I just
mean,
think it's kind of amusing that their game's still, that broken because
right.
they 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 say they're a small indie company, but they're actually, $1 billion
I
company.
don't
But
think
whatever.
I can't remember the last time they've called themselves a small indie company. I don't think they still call themselves a small indie
They're
company.
they're uh, they're a $1 billion company.
They're a billion-dollar company owned by China. That's what they are. What the fuck is my cat doing? Yeah, they're a billion-dollar company owned by China. Is what it is. They make a shit ton of money, man. Like all they gotta do is
You know how
release.
many? Do you know how many people buy skins anytime they get released?
Exactly. All they gotta
Too
do is
many.
release a Lux skin, and then they're good for the next quarter.
Or just an Ari skin.
No.
Everybody buys those.
Why the fuck do people play Lux? Why the fuck do they play her, and why the fuck does anybody like Lux? Period.
I mean, why wouldn't you like pressing R every 15 seconds and killing
She's
the
the
ADC?
most annoying champion to play against,
I
to
wholeheartedly disagree.
play with, and to just look at. She's just really annoying in every, like, she is the embodiment of annoyment. Like, the only good thing that came out of Lux is that cosmic Lux emote that released with that pass when the Celestial event came out, and
Yeah,
I use it pretty frequently.
I can't say I agree. You know, I don't actually mind Lux. She's she can be fun to play. The only issue is everybody wants to play her support, and she's really really bad as
Yeah,
support.
yeah. I don't like her as a support either. That's why she annoys the shit out of me. Is because whenever I have a Lux support on my team, it's like, what do you provide for the team? Fucking nothing. Like Nautilus can do everything you can do, but fucking better. And not only that, but he can be a tank for the he can tank for the team. Like I'd rather much take crowd control and a tank over like damage and a like a tiny shield and a fucking stun. Like I'm good.
Because it really does depend. There are many a times where I would rather have just had a support that can actually do something.
Well, that's a lot of the time, right? But also, it's just like it seems right now that if your ADC is not good or just doesn't know what they're doing, you're fucked.
Oh yeah,
You're like it's pretty much over. You get a coin toss and that's it. Um, to be fair though, I just played against an Aurelia mid lane, and that was really fucking annoying because I was beating her in lane, but then my Lux support was coming mid. And she's like, I'll help you. And then she fucking died to her twice and she gave her a lead. I was like, oh, great.
that's what you get for playing a collie. You know,
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, and she just outscaled me. Like, the game, it lasted way too long and she outscaled me. I was beating her in 1v1s, but...
I, I I've I've gotten to the point because I've been playing mid lane more just because I'm getting bored of top lane all the time.
uh-huh.
So I've gotten to the point where anytime I see a melee mid laner, I just pick set and run Hand of Blades and go full lethality.
Oh my god, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's a big old 1-2 punch with this Q and you're dead. It's really easy. Don't even really need to use anything else. Just
Um,
Prowler's Claw on top of them will press Q and they're gone.
lethality on set. That sounds like fun, actually. But,
Yeah, if you take lethality, Prowler's Claw, and then build Bork, your first Q punch does 20% of the max HP
Jesus Christ.
in bonus damage.
But
That doesn't discount from the regular base damage of the punch either.
I would imagine that closing the gap on set, because closing the gap with set already is pretty difficult unless you're like ulting into a team, you know.
That's why you take Prowler's Claw and take movement speed runes.
Oh, I
And your
see.
Q gives you more movement speed as well.
Right. Huh. But I would imagine he wouldn't be great in team fights, would he?
Oh no, not lethality set.
Right. He's better for 1v1 scenarios.
But you can get easy picks off of them, and you can snowball mid lane really easily if it's a melee champion.
Really? Hmm.
Especially
That
Yasuo
sounds
and
like
Yoda.
fun. I would imagine it doesn't work like in much higher elo, like in like probably high plat to like diamond. I would imagine it probably.
Because people are just gonna have their junglers can't hit it back if you start doing a lethality set.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I'm not a. I get kind of annoyed when I get camped mid lane. It's not so much that I get killed a lot because I'm pretty good. Like Akali's got a lot of escape options. I'm very slippery. It's just more of like I can't get ahead. Like I can't snowball because I'm always worried about a jungler being there. And then I just have to rely on my top laner or my jungler or literally anybody else to just carry me at that point.
Yeah,
'Cause
but sometimes you just can't camp. Can't do
sometimes, yeah,
anything about it.
yeah, sometimes it doesn't work. You know, like sometimes you'll get a Hecarim or like I mean I haven't seen Hecarim
Fucking Nunu.
been played in a while. Nunu's annoying too, but in a
It's
different way.
always a Nunu taking that snowball mid every time he clears a camp.
um, I think they're giving a Mumu two bandages now,
Oh yeah,
right?
they are.
They're giving him two. Yeah, that's fucking nuts. How do you feel about that? I don't think
It's
that's
gonna be
gonna.
really stupid. It
Yeah,
should not stick.
I think it's gonna be pretty busted. Like, but this is coming from somebody who's been fucking silver 2 like his whole life. So,
Like
uh,
giving heavy CC champions even more CC. Wow, what a great idea.
well, he's got his Q, and then he's got ultimate.
Yes, and this Q has a very short cooldown.
And I guess you can kind of, well, there's no reason for anybody to build Rylai's on a Moo, right?
No,
Like,
it's they're gonna build AP items, Leandries and Demonic Embrace for the more burn.
mhm. I haven't played a Moo since the items got reworked, so I don't know what I don't know what you could build on him. Um, if if you were going AP, I mean, I never did, but I think Moo is one of those characters that needs like a rework. I think he needs to be like
I
I
think he
like
needs a rework. He's
I
not in a bad spot.
no, that's not what I mean. I like a VG. I'd like to see a VGU. Um, I think his kit's pretty fun the way it is. I would just like to see his model updated. Um, because he just looks so fucking wonky. He just looks like a penis. Like you just see this tiny like midget dick walking around the fucking
Got a big
map.
head, man. Come on.
Yeah, yeah, fuck that kid. He's got a big ass head. Um, I think they need I think they need to give him a VGU and probably keep his abilities like they did with Morgana. Um, that was weird. Like Morgana, like when they reworked Morgana, like they didn't change her.
No,
everything
they
stayed
just
everything stayed exactly the same.
made her boobs a little bit bigger.
And
That's all.
they just made her hotter. Yeah. Yeah, they just made her hotter. I like playing her in the mid lane. She's pretty fun. Um, like if you just like play her like slowly and you scale her, like if you play her like a scaling champion, like a late game scale champion, she's really fun. Like I really like playing her. And if you like, what is it? If you get Arrow Frost,
Yeah.
you keep them stunned, and like the damage. Like if you're already late game, you just do a shit ton of damage. It's fucking awesome. Like if anybody tries to close the gap, it's another way to stun people. It's really
Really like
fun.
taking Everfrost and Bugeye.
Yeah.
Easy lockdowns for the W.
Yeah. Vikar's pretty fun too. I've been playing Victor. Victor's
Victor.
really fun. I really like Victor. I was actually really surprised by how much I enjoyed Victor. You have to play him really patiently. He rewards patient players. The
He's not an easy champion to play.
He's fun though. I like the first time I played him, I did really well. I was like, oh shit. I was like, look at that. But yeah, no, I agree. He really isn't an easy champion to play, but he rewards patience. I've noticed that like he absolutely rewards patience. And if you just play your cards right, it doesn't
His
seem like
kit's very reliant on setups rather than actual
right.
hard
Well,
engaging.
right, which is fine because I mean that's a big reason why I played Teemo like when I first started playing the game, because I was like, this is fun. Like you can kind of set up these shrooms in a way, and you can kind of like make them play around you as opposed to. But then I learned that pink wards existed and Oracle Lens existed. So I was like, this champion's useless. Like this is stupid. I think they need to give Teemo a dash, and I think they need to make his mushrooms.
No,
And I
he
think they
already has his W,
they
making
need
him move way
they
too
need
fast.
they need to give him a dash, and they need to make his mushrooms invisible.
If
Like
you
you can
really want to dash on Teemo, just build AD.
they need to give they need to give him no like they need to give him a dash to like dodge abilities.
No, they do
Because
not.
he
He
gets close.
already has his W,
He
Joel.
gets
He can
no.
move way
He's
too fast.
That character is dog shit. He's
No,
literally
he's not.
he's a skill. He's like a skill check. Like he's a skill check champ. Like if you're losing to Teemo, like that's your fault. Like you're losing to Teemo. He's not a
I
good
don't
champion.
disagree with you, but if he's not played poorly, he's not awful.
No, I think he's pretty dog shit. Like okay, yeah, he does damage, sure, but like there's so many better picks. You could just make so many better picks if you're playing Teemo. Like, okay, if you're not gonna give him a dash, I think they should give him. I think they should make his mushrooms invisible at least, to where you can see them but you can't destroy them.
No, that'd be
Because
retarded.
he's just he's just so useless. He's so
But
fucking
I mean,
useless.
you're wrong. You're
No,
very, very wrong.
they should make his mushrooms invisible.
I think you have some issues that need to be sorted out, Joel.
Okay, but why though? All right, why though?
First off,
I
Timo
have,
moves faster than every other champion
I've
with his
never,
base movement speed
I've never seen his mobility been a problem.
because people don't max their W first. It's once
Yeah,
and
exactly.
he scales harder than many of the other champions. One mushroom can destroy any champion's health bar.
Yeah, if you buy an Oracle lens though, it doesn't really matter.
It doesn't matter if you
Yeah,
buy an Oracle lens.
if you
Once
got
you're at level 16, you got 5 mushrooms.
you got yeah, but they're usually in like similar areas, and if you have an Oracle lens and you find like three or like two or three of those mushrooms out of the five, like you know,
Well,
like
if you fight and set up for objectives, the Oracle lens isn't going to stop you from destroying many mushrooms. Because if you go and try and hit a mushroom, you're just going to get lit up by a team.
yeah, ADCs exist though.
You're right. ADCs do exist. And what happens if they have a top laner jump on top of them?
and
They start running
usually
away from the top laner and then walk into a mushroom.
and
And
usually
suddenly the top laner just runs away and the ADC dies to a mushroom burn.
And usually the support should be around the fucking ADC. Usually the support's around the ADC, and the support usually is the one who has the Oracle lens, who should be checking for that shit anyway.
I think you're very, very underestimating the viability of Teemo mushrooms.
Yeah, I am, cause like come on, I've been playing a shit ton of Teemo, and like unfortunately he's one of the only two characters I actually know how to play decently well. Like I can like Teemo's one of those characters I can take to any lane and still do really well with it. Unfortunately. I don't know. I think his mushrooms are pretty useless. I don't think they're completely
Wholeheartedly
useless.
disagree.
They have use, but I think like once you get to a point where the best use they have is is a different form of a ward. Like it's like, oh okay, like they're not taking Baron, and then there goes my mushroom. All right, cool.
Well,
Everybody's got Oracle lens, and everybody's fucking paranoid. All right,
sounds
this
like
is
you're bad at setting stuff up, Jewel.
this is great. Yeah, maybe I am. I might be. I might be. You might absolutely be right, but I'm still have failed to see like even when I'm playing against Teemos, it's like oh like they lost. They don't have a top laner. Like that's it. Like they're gonna lose the game. Like the only people who make Teemo work are like the big tryhards and anybody in low elo. Like no because in low elo people don't know what Oracle lenses are or they don't know what fucking control wards are. And so they're like, "Oh my god, Teemo's broken. Fucking the mushroom did half of my health." Yeah, because you didn't fucking buy you're not buying control wards and you're not buying Oracle lenses. Like that's your fault. I don't know. I think Teemo's a big skill check champion. I think if you're losing to him, you should be embarrassed. Um, and like if like and I don't mean like if you lose the game with a Teemo on the enemy team, like that's a whole different story. But if you're losing to a Teemo 1v1, like you shouldn't be playing League.
Again, I don't disagree with you, but either way, if Teemo's not retarded, he's gonna end up stalling the game and scaling regardless. It doesn't much matter.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, maybe. I just think they need to do something with him. I don't think like I would like to see him like actually be viable, you know? I'd like to see him actually not be a useless champion. Um, but I don't know. I also come from a fighting game background where like I'm a big fan of people getting crazy dumb shit and like essentially making everything broken so that way nothing is. And then just having fun with that. Like I've always been a big fan of just being able to do crazy fucking nutty extremely hard to pull off combos and just fucking giving anything and everything broken mechanics so that way you can just kind of push the limits of everything. Like that's why I was really surprised by the fact that I enjoy playing Victor because you have to play him really slowly, and you have to make sure he scales. Otherwise, he's kind of he you can't make the most out of him if you don't do that with him. So that's why I think giving Teemo a dash would be really funny. I mean, they've changed Rengar's Q like 3 times. They're gonna change it again. Like apparently they're not gonna change. It's not his Q. They're gonna change something else about Rengar. I think it's his. I think it might be his W. But they're gonna change something about Rengar. Like you could rework Rise like 3 times and change Rengar's Q twice, and I think you can give Teemo a dash and see what happens.
Oh, it's a horrible idea.
No,
He
I think
doesn't. He does not need a dash. And if he does, if he gets a dash, then they have to remove his movement speed,
okay. Well, yeah,
which is going to make that champion absolutely useless.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
His movement speed is the only thing that keeps him alive because it allows him to kite.
Give him a dash. Give him a fucking dash.
Oh, I'm so.
Remove his movement speed and give him a dash so he can dodge abilities in lane, as opposed to just fucking kiting people. Like, oh, here comes Riven. I gotta wait to dodge her third Q, and it's like, oh, there it is. Poof, dash. Fuck you, bitch. You don't get to hit me. Fuck you. It's like, oh, here comes Trundle. Like, oh, I wonder, like, I'm gonna wait for his pillar to come by, and he pulls up pillar. It's like, okay, I'm gonna dash through his fucking pillar and get the fuck away, and then he'll chase me down, and I'll Q him, or fucking literally any fucking champion. Insert any champion. The movement speed. I've never seen the movement speed actually work. I've just never seen it work. Like, and like especially like as a Kali, like when I'm chasing a Teemo down, I've never seen.
That's completely different. That's a Kali. She has 7 dashes in her kit. The hell are you gonna do with that?
She's got 2 in it if you land the first one, and if you can get to a point and click ultimate dash. Like you've got to land the E. Like if you don't land the E, you don't get that dash, and you can't activate it whenever you want. And her ultimate's a point and click. So you have to get close enough to him to actually make it work. So at that point, she's only got 2 dash. Well, she's got 3 dashes, but one of them's it's not even supposed to be like a catch-up tool. It's supposed to be an execute. It's not designed to be a gap closer.
Wow, it doesn't really much matter if it's meant to be an execute or not when our Q does 800 damage the first time you press it. Wow.
Yeah, she's an assassin. That's what assassins do. That's what Zed does. That's what Talon does.
Yeah, but Zed requires actually landing skill shots. The Kali, you just step on top of somebody with your ultimate and press Q and they're gone.
Yeah, Zed does have harder skill shots, but he has an easier time like CSing in lane, and he basically has free damage early in game because he just throws Shadow out, triple Q E, and it's like, oh great, I'm getting fucking zoned out by Zed because he's got a Shadow. No, well that's the thing. Yeah, that's the problem is you can't you shouldn't. You don't get hit by it, and then Zed farms for free. It's like, oh fuck, okay, I gotta play smart. I gotta play smarter than he playing. I'd rather play against Katarina than I'd play against Zed, just because at least
that's a given because Katarina's Katarina.
Yeah.
Early game, she's just really not a champion.
Yeah, Zed's harder to play against, I feel. But it's also kind of like it's whoever fucks up first, pretty much. I think it's pretty much the pinnacle of like who's gonna fuck up first, and whoever fucks up first basically loses the lane. Like whoever gets his first kill that's it. If they know what they're doing, that is. If the enemy like usually I'll play against a Zed and they don't know what they're doing, they'll miss everything. And it's like, you're dog shit. This is great. But if a Zed knows what they're doing and they get the first kill, it's like great. I lost lane. That's it. That's it. But yeah, like I remember there were like when Akali was dog shit and I was still playing her, I would pick Zed sometimes. I'd be like, why am I playing Akali? Like I could just be playing Zed. Like I just walk up to a minion and I get a free minion. I just auto it and I get a free minion. And like the items, they scale a little better, and my energy, my Q doesn't cost 150 energy like at level 1. and what's the point? Like what's the point? But I think Akali's in a pretty. I think she's in a good spot. I don't know how she is in high elo right now. I'm pretty sure she's gonna get a buff soon. Um,
Not one
pre-
she needs.
yeah, definitely. I don't think she needs any buffs, but I think she will get one pretty soon. I like what they did with her shroud as opposed to it giving her energy. It gives her like 100, like 200 something energy. Um, for that moment in time where the shroud's up, so that way you can have the energy to fight, but only in that moment. So it limits. It makes her. It emphasizes her burst damage more as opposed to like being a fucking, like a bruiser. Like it's, I don't know. It's weird what they're doing with her. I'm just I'm just glad she's in a good spot. That's it.
I think
I'm
they
just.
should just remove her from the game, you know?
You say that. Um, but yeah. I don't know. I think you got other issues there, buddy. Um, just pick Galio. Just pick Galio. Just pick Galio and kill her. Like that's solve all your problems. Fuck that champion. Fuck Galio. Fuck Yone. I'm not a big fan
Yo,
of
yeah,
Yone.
that is pretty stupid.
Of course I like playing as him, but I fucking hate playing against him. It's so fucking annoying.
He is a pretty silly individual.
Yeah, Yasuo's fine. It's annoying too, just because he win walls my Q and he just chills behind it, and I can't really do much about that.
Well, I
Especially
mean,
early game, like between like when it matters the most, levels like 1 through 6, because my Q's so expensive, I can't afford to throw out another Q if he win walls the first one. So I just miss out on a bunch of farm, and that really sucks. It's like okay, this is cool. And even if I have shroud up, like I can't use my shroud to get more energy because then I've just lost my best escape tool.
just don't get
Um,
douche dashed, man. What can I say?
yeah, right. Yeah, just fuck it. Yeah, whatever. Fuck it. I usually do win against
Oh my
Yasuo's,
fucking god.
but that's another thing where that's like
Yeah.
really difficult. But um, but yeah, set mid. That's fuck.
Pretty great, dude.
That's such a weird one though. That's a champion I want to learn how to play, but I don't know. He's not vibing with me for whatever reason. I like him, but he's just not doesn't vibe with me.
He's my favorite. So he's great.
Yeah, he's
And
fun.
he whips out a picture of his mom.
Yeah, that is true. He does whip out a picture of his mom.
The picture of his mom keeps him safe on the battlefield, you know? When he's beating up all of the other Ionians.
Are you a mama's boy? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah.
That's fine. No, I totally get that. Yeah, I don't know. I'm excited. I'm excited to see what I'm pretty excited for Vex. I'm excited for their fighting game. I hope Set's in it. If Set's not in that fighting game, I'm gonna be very upset. Upset. God damn it.
Vex.
Yeah, Vex looks like she'll be fun. Hopefully, she just has a lot. Like, it seems like Instagram or just like the league community, the league art community more specifically, is really excited to have like Vex. Like I'm seeing a lot of things about Vex and a lot of people being excited about Vex more than they are about Akshan. Like I hear
Mm,
like I
Oxon's he's really not that strong.
yeah. Yeah, apparently he's not. I don't like his revive mechanic. I think it's pretty bullshit, honestly.
This is really the only thing that makes him useful, though,
Yeah, pretty much.
because he really doesn't have that much damage
Right.
in perspective to other champions. Like the biggest thing is his passive and the fact that his W is a permanent visibility, which is so he can go and roam while he's next to walls and stay invisible and get free roam kills. But outside of that, he's not winning duels in the mid lane. And his
Yeah.
ultimate's really fucking useless because he can just stand behind a tower.
Right. Well, I mean, is he a mid laner? I thought like, he
Yeah,
always Okay.
He's usually seen mid.
Hmm. Yeah, because I had like a buddy of mine. He was like, "Yeah, Akshan's definitely not an ADC." And and he's definitely not a mid laner. I was like, "What?" Well, I was like, "Well, what is he then?" And he's like, "That's a good question. I don't know." And this is coming from a friend who's been like at his peak has been like Diamond 1, Diamond 2, and like his whole life just revolves around fucking League of Legends.
The
So,
the most say when I've played him, the most damage I've ever been able to put out is with a full swing off of his E.
hmm.
And if you fuck that up, then it was an automatic loss to the fight.
Yeah, I don't
His
know.
E is also super, super funky. Like you can throw it, hook it onto the wall, and it doesn't move. You have to reactivate the ability.
Hmm, I see.
And you can activate it clicking, which if you click, then it will throw you off the hook after a short swing towards where your cursor is. And it responds to the first click. So if you start clicking a bunch of times, it doesn't much matter because it's just going to where the first click
I
activated
see.
the ability at. So you can end up fucking yourself over and having a 2 foot swing and jumping off. And like, well, that was useless. And the other way is to actually press E again, and that'll just take you in the direction of your cursor until you hit terrain or press the button again.
Right. Yeah, what a weird mechanic. So like, let's give a champion a grappling hook. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Akshan. I don't really like his design. I don't really like his kit. It doesn't seem all that interesting to me. His ultimate looks kind of cool, but that's about it. Um, and I don't really like. To be fair though, he
His
could be
ultimate is
worse.
just a really awful Caitlyn ult.
Yeah, that's definitely what it comes off as. Yeah. It could. I mean, it could be worse though. Like, he could have been another Seraphine. You know, fucking hate that champion.
You mean
Like,
off-brand Sona?
I fucking hate Seraphine. I don't like Seraphine. I don't.
Is that who are you talking about, Joel? It's
What?
off-brand Sona.
I don't. Yeah, off-brand Sona. Fuck that bitch. Like, just like her lore, her dialogue, her design, like just fucking everything just screams like the e-girl everybody fucking hates and the one that every simp loves. Like, it's just I don't like that fucking champion.
I
Her
think it
and
was
Lux. I hate her more than I hate Lux. At least Lux has like lore relevance. Like, at
I
least
think it was Rabs, I believe. In his videos, he started calling Seraphine Belle Delphi.
Belle Delphine. That's pretty much what they did. That's pretty much what they fucking did. They're like, let's put Delphine in the game without actually, putting her in the game. And I hate that she's a part of KDA because she doesn't do like, she really doesn't do anything for the fucking group. Like, she does not, she adds nothing to that group. Like, Kaisa's supposed to be the fucking, she's supposed to be the dancer. Ari's like the main leader of the group. She's the one who composes the group. Evelyn is like that bad bitch, and then Akali's supposed to be the rapper. Like, that's, like that's like, what is it? Evelyn's like the EDM. Like, she's like this. She's like her own thing in that group. But Seraphine,
Evelyn's
like,
the edgelord.
yeah, like Seraphine doesn't add anything. Like, she doesn't fucking add anything to the group. It's fucking. She's annoying. Fuck that bitch. Ah, I hate Seraphine. And the fact that she's got like the soul of a fucking Bracken or a Bracken in her fucking thing, and she walks up to Skarner. She's like, "Hey, I have the soul of one of your people. You wanna hear what they say?" Like, this is great. Like, she's like the epitome of like a white girl who buys every new iPhone but doesn't realize that there are little Chinese hands that make her iPhone. She's like, "Yeah, I love the environment. Here, little Chinese boy, make my iPhone." Fuck.
What's wrong with having little Chinese boys making their own phone shows?
There's nothing wrong with that. Look, I bought my Nintendo Switch. All right, I have plenty. Of, I have plenty of things that I have plenty of items that were made by little Chinese hands. All right, my where I draw the line is where when people pretend like they give a shit and they actually don't. You know, they're like, oh my god, I'm
Like, if you're
vegan.
not gonna care, just accept the fact that you don't care.
Yeah, like don't come over here and pretend like you give a shit. You know, if you're gonna be an asshole, be an asshole. Like that's I don't know. Like be a fucking like yeah like you know like I buy things from China. You know, am I proud of it? Not really. But what other choice do I have? You know, like fuck. Like we just feed shit into China, man. Like vegans who own cats. Oh my god, that pisses me off. Pisses me off so much. It's like why do you have a cat, bro? Do you realize that cats are like the most vicious killers? Like, do you know that a single cat kills hundreds and hundreds of birds every like a single cat can kill hundreds and hundreds of birds within its lifespan. And like they'll like yeah like I don't kill the animals, man. And then they'll open a can of tuna and they're like, here you go, my little murderer, take this tuna that you like what the fuck is wrong with you, you dumb fuck. White girls with
That's
tattoos.
different. That's different, Joel. It's a
Oh
fish.
yeah, it's different. The animal's wild, right?
No, no,
What?
no, 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 no. It's not that it's wild. It's just that it's a fish. You know.
It's a fish, right? So stupid, man. Like white girls, like 22-year-old white girls with tattoos and that are vegan and have iPhones and pretend they give a shit about like fucking like discrimination and like fucking slavery and stuff. Like, do you realize
That's
how?
super, super duper racist, Joel,
Yeah,
against white women.
like do you, like do you realize how fucking hypocritical like all of those things are? Like you're a vegan and you have a cat and you hate discrimination and you have an iPhone where people literally have nets outside of windows in China so that way they don't jump out and kill themselves. Like that's real shit, dude. Like the sweatshops are so bad in China, they have nets around the window so that way people don't fucking kill themselves. That's how often it would happen.
Well,
It's
yeah.
like,
If you were forced to do manual labor, you'd probably do the same, right?
of course, but nobody's talking about China. Nobody's talking about China. Nobody's talking about North Korea. Nobody actually gives a shit. Everybody just wants to look good. Like, oh
They've
my god,
talked about it, but it just gets glazed over because they don't really want us to talk about their country.
right.
Instead, everybody turns their focus towards the United States because we're the U.S. We're hated by everybody because we look out for ourselves. Supposed to anyway.
Yeah.
Biden kind of screwed that one up, along with some other presidents before him, i.e., Obama.
Yeah.
But whatever. People
Yeah.
people don't want to accept that one as a fact. But
Yeah,
whatever.
I know. That's another thing too. Is like when Trump went in when Trump went in office, everyone's like, "Oh my God, Trump is gonna deport all these people," and Trump almost deported as many people as Obama did. But the fact is that Obama deported more people than Trump did, and nobody
Well,
talks about
it
that.
doesn't much matter that Obama did it. It's because Trump. He was a sour person, so
Right. Oh, right. Although he was funny,
he was.
he was very
But
funny, but he had
here's
a
the
lot of
difference
problems.
between Trump and other presidents, i.e., this current one, the one
Uh huh.
before him, and a few others, is that despite the fact that Trump's a bit of a dickhead, uh, he at least understood America actually matters
Right. No, I agree.
because he understands that if America falls, his wealth means nothing. The others, they don't really care about all of that. They just want
Yeah.
to look like good people,
Yeah, yeah, fucking yeah. That is very true. I mean,
even
like,
though they're not good people.
yeah, like fucking Biden. Like, oh my god, this fucking
He's
guy,
such a
man.
fucking retard, dude.
Yeah, he's a moron. Like, it's funny because everybody's like ignoring the fact that he has like dementia, right? That he's
Yeah,
basically like on his last like rope of life. Like everyone's like, no, he has a stutter. He's not he doesn't have dementia. And like only recently people are starting to acknowledge it. Like I was at work the other day and I saw a news magazine that said, "Does Biden have dementia?" No shit. It
I
took
thought
you
that
this
one was
long.
pretty evident.
Yeah, like it took you this long to fucking catch on to this. Like really? Took you that long to figure? Like, have you ever heard him talk?
Yeah.
Like it's like I think I posted it a couple times on my Instagram. I think like I think I I was like where he had a hard time formulating a sentence, and I was like, yes, I
Which one?
agree.
Which time are you talking about?
It's the one. Like it's just ridiculous, man. He like I was. It's funny we mentioned this because me and my roommate were hanging out yesterday, and for whatever reason I just put I like we came upon like Biden having dementia, like it was like a compilation of that shit, and my roommate's like, how did we get him in office? And I was like, it's because he wasn't Trump. That's the only reason he won. It's because he wasn't
Exactly.
Trump. And that's the dumbest reason to vote for anybody to be president. President of the
Yes.
United fucking States is because they're not Trump. That's not a good excuse. Like, oh my god. And you know he's gonna die before the fucking his term ends. That's why they're
Yeah. And
that's
then we're gonna have a Kamala dipshit
yeah.
instead,
Oh my
which
god. I don't.
arguably worse.
Yes, absolutely. I fucking yeah. I agree. Absolutely, she's fucking worse. Oh my god, man. It's ridiculous, dude.
Nothing I like more than a conniving thought.
Yeah, man. Those are the best. Those are the best, man. Yeah, I'm not. I'm. Yeah. It's not looking good, man. It's not looking good. But,
At least
like.
Trump's not in office.
Yeah, but at least Trump's not in office, right? Yeah, like, the big thing that's freaking me out is, like, vaccine passports and that kind of shit. I think the mayor of New York or the governor of New York, I don't remember which one of the two, is trying to pass the vaccine passport thing,
Yeah, no.
and I don't want that. Like that's
But
that's
yeah,
my
I'm
medical
not gonna
history,
get it if I don't wanna. If I don't wanna get it, I'm not gonna get it, bro.
right? Well, like isn't like wasn't like the thing that everybody agreed upon was like like you aren't like medical history is personal, like your medical information is personal and nobody needs to know that. Like,
Yeah,
aren't you gonna get rid of that if you have vaccine passports? And
just a
like,
little bit,
and then what next after that? Like, what else are you gonna tell me? Like, I'm gonna need
You're
to
right
have
to
in order
vote.
to.
But then
Yeah.
again, we already don't have the right to vote. Rights are paid for nowadays. Again,
Right.
after it got, after it was frowned upon, I think it was in the 1800s or something, late 1800s, when it was finally, like we shouldn't be doing this anymore.
Right.
It
Yeah. It's just.
might have been early 1900s, like 1920s, 1930s, something like that.
It's just a big and again a big thing about this is like like it's a lot of politicians pretending like they give a shit.
Of course,
Like it goes
of
back
course,
to
that's
it
how they
goes
get
back
votes because people are dumb.
Yeah, it goes back to people, not doing things because they actually care. It goes back to people doing things because they're pretending like they care as a means to an end. Um, which is and people are eating that shit up. Like, like there are like big groups of people who are like, "Oh my god, they have what's our best interest and look, he's not Trump and he actually cares." It's like, "No, he doesn't. He really doesn't give a shit, man."
All he wants is your vote. After that, you
Yeah.
don't matter anymore.
Yeah, like seriously. And then I don't know. We'll see what happens within a few years, man. We might all be fucked. How,
Oh,
Charlie? Why you being a
but the way
dick?
things are going, I'd say that'd be a blessing in disguise.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's just it's really concerning because um it doesn't help that there's a lot of people who are at least trying to be honest, and they're people are asking for them to be like deep like another that's like another thing like deplatforming and like
Cancel
suppressing
culture.
people's freedom of speech, like that's fucked up. Like
I mean, I can understand some things, especially like on internet platforms and things like that, because it's their platform. They can do what they want with it, regardless of whether it's censoring an individual or not. It's their choice. They're the ones
Right,
that made it. But you
right,
know,
but
if you're out in the court of law or something, no.
right, but no, but the thing is that like if you've been making a living off of like let's say like YouTube, you know, and then that's your income, that's where you make money, and then they decide, hey, you're saying some pretty offensive shit, like we're gonna take you off.
But again,
Like where else?
YouTube's its own business. They can do what they want with that.
Right, but where else can you go? Like
Well, it's
there's
similar
no
to having an HR department for other things.
there's no
You can
there's no
get fired just because you say someone's dumb.
right, but that's different. You can get another job.
It's not different. It's
Yeah,
the
you
same kind of thing.
right. No, but you can get another job. There's one YouTube. There's like no other competitor. Like where else are you gonna go? Like same thing for Twitter. Like a lot of
Get a
people
different job.
like another another thing for Twitter is like no, like well if you're a politician, like what else are you supposed to do? Like if you're on Twitter and you say offensive shit, like but it's not offensive, like you're legitimately asking questions and they take you off, like where else are you going to go to like to advertise or like to get updates on your business? Like there are no other competitors. Like not like you can use other competitors, sure, but where else, like where would you do it? Like you wouldn't be able to get your word out. People aren't going to be downloading those apps specifically for you because of the convenience.
I
Like
mean,
it
you can
doesn't.
just go be a radio talk show host or something.
Yeah, good fucking luck making any money being a fucking radio talk show host.
People
And
do. People
and
live comfortably
and
doing
again,
that.
like if you're running for president and you need Twitter to like advertise or talk about like bills and stuff, and then they get rid of you because they don't like you. Well, then that
You just
Twitter's
gotta
essentially
find a
Twitter's essentially
place.
manipulating and letting whoever they want to advertise their things and essentially making it a better outcome for the individual who's running for president, who they're allowing on that platform. You see
But
where, like, do you see where it becomes like problematic? Like they're essentially dictating who's allowed to advertise and who isn't. Like that's a lot of fucking power. That's not like Walmart telling you, hey, like you're not allowed to work here. Like that's a whole different thing. That's a whole different beast.
that's their own platform. They can do what they want with it.
Right, but that's a lot of power though. Like at what point is it like where at what point do you get to where you have to start being regulated? Like if you were
That would just go against what you're saying, because you're saying you don't want to
I'm
regulate.
I'm
You don't
I'm
want them to
aware.
regulate, but you want to regulate them.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying is they shouldn't be regulating people. Like you should just let them be like, "Hey, like are they breaking the law? Are they saying anything fucking crazy? Are they saying they're going to like shoot up a school? Like, you know what I mean? It just again, like Facebook, Twitter, like it seems like they have way too much power. Like you
That's
like
because everybody uses the platform. If we
right.
were to just not use it,
Exactly, but people are gonna keep using it, and
exactly, because I have something to stay connected with
so and that's how we get
others.
fucking shitty presidents. We get like, do you see what I'm saying? Like, they're essentially dictating the way the world is heading, essentially.
Because they know that people are going to use their stuff. If people weren't, sheep and actually went out and did their own research and looking about in other places, then perhaps it wouldn't be such an issue.
Right. Well, like, okay. Well, then, what do you do about that? Then you
There are
just
plenty of other places you can get the information you need.
okay, but that's as competitive as Twitter or
It doesn't
YouTube
have to be competitive. You just
or
have to be
Facebook.
willing to go and do your own research. It's got nothing to do with competition.
Right. Well, that's
Just
assuming you're
open your eyes and go and look somewhere
right. That's
else.
assuming you go down to the individual. But again, the general public is fucking stupid. How are you supposed?
Exactly.
How are you supposed to? How are you supposed to inform the general public if they won't let you?
Well, then you're kind of screwed. You can't because they're stupid. It doesn't matter what
Okay.
you do.
Okay, but
Stupid people are
shouldn't
gonna
we
be
do?
stupid.
Yeah, but okay, but yeah, that's what I'm saying. Isn't that a problem?
Yeah, it is a problem. People
shouldn't
should
it
just stop being stupid.
shouldn't it be a utility? Like, shouldn't it be like a utility? Because it's really it really acts more like it really acts less like a as a business or as like as a private business. It's more, it actually seems more like a public domain is what it seems like.
Oh yeah,
I
but
think I think it should be run under a public domain because like at this point it's just there's so many fucking people on it.
in order to run it as a public domain, no, you wouldn't be able to have somebody say that they own the thing.
Right. Well,
As
then
long as
that's
someone can say that they own it, then it's
I understand, and that's where my that's also where I'm fucking conflicted because it's like okay like because I'm not I like I'm all for capitalism, but I feel like this is its own thing, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like they're essentially like choosing whether we go to war with North Korea. You know what I mean?
and that's not something I would be against necessarily.
Right, yeah, I wouldn't either. But what if Kim Jong Un's like, ah, fuck you, I fucking nuke your fucking West Coast, fuck you,
I
like
mean,
as
have at
fine,
it. You know, if they
as
do
a
that,
as
then he's not going to have a country anymore.
yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
It
but
doesn't even take a nuke to destroy North Korea.
right, we would just yeah, well
We
we
could do
would
that in a night of bombing, dude.
well no the thing is that the only thing we would really have to do is the only thing we would really have to do is cut off China from trading with North Korea. Again, the problem is that we make a shit ton of profit
China,
off of
we're,
China.
we're also in like super debt with China at the moment,
Yeah.
so we couldn't do that without going into even further debt.
Yeah, well, China, well, I mean, I don't know anything about that. I am not fucking. I
Now,
mean, to be fair, I'm not qualified to talk about
we
anything
could,
we've just been talking about, but
if
I don't know anything about that.
we were to go to war with North Korea, we could actually just sink their entire country into the ocean.
Yeah, we could, but the thing is that we would be also be killing tons of innocent people
Casualties
who
are a
don't
thing that happen in war, Joel.
who don't. Yeah, I'm aware, but like we shouldn't bomb the shit out of the whole country just to fucking, you know, like
There's still South Korea.
there are there are people. Yeah, South Korea. Yeah, South Korea is fucking great though. Um, I mean, like my whole thing about like stopping North Korea is one, they're literally starving and killing, you know,
Their own
their
people. Like
their own people.
we could honestly just walk in there and do what we tried to do in Vietnam and get the people to liberate themselves.
Right.
But the issue with that, like Vietnam was a problem because their people didn't see us as coming in to help. They
Right.
saw us as invaders, which is why we lost the war.
Well, I mean, also we also just didn't use as many resources as we could have in that war. We just kind of we honestly
We
just kind of half-assed that
we
fucking
really
war.
couldn't
Yeah.
use anymore because we didn't have the knowledge of how to operate in that environment nearly as well.
Right. I still think I don't know. I think I remember seeing something about us half-assing that. Let me hold up. Let me.
That war was not. It just wasn't good at all. There was nothing about that was good.
Right. Well, yeah. There was. That's so funny. This looks like is this propaganda? The United States forces did not lose. They left.
I mean, yeah,
I mean that's not
that,
wrong, but it's just funny the way that's phrased, I guess.
that's why we let. That's why we lost.
Right. It sounds like a kid who got butthurt about like well, I didn't lose, okay?
We're just
I
AFK,
lagged.
bro.
Fuck, I was lagging. Fuck. I didn't lose, okay? Shit. Oh man. Yeah, no, the Vietnam War is its whole fucking is a whole its own fucking complicated thing, but um, I mean, it's just I don't know. Like the thing is that we're we're trading with China a lot, and China is fucking fueling North Korea because North Korea keeps talking about how they want to be a self-sufficient economy, which is literally impossible. Um, because they're not. They're proving that they can't even with the help of China. Um, but the issue is that because we're making a lot of profit off of China, I think if we went to and fucked with North Korea, I think it would fuck up our trade with China, and then we'd be losing less money, and that's bad because America wants to make more money, and yeah, it's just problematic. Um, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of us. I'm not a fan of us essentially like doing or making product because China wants us to make product. Um, because then China could easily start, telling us what to do because we want to make more money, you know. And thank God we have the right to bear arms because I swear to God, the Chinese start telling us what to do. There's gonna be. I'm pretty sure there's gonna be a fucking revolt.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, cause I wouldn't let that slide. Fuck that. I'd be down for a civil war.
I'm already prepared for that one.
Like I'm not a fan of people telling me I can't own guns. I'm not a fan of China telling us what to do. I am not a fan of the fact that North Korea is out there fucking killing children and their own people. It's just I don't like what's happening, man. I don't like it. And like Canada already had like a lot of people don't realize that freedom of speech is an amazing powerful tool
Of course,
that we have, and like people like don't realize that if you
they
take
just
that
want to
away,
throw away all of the things that you know made this country great. It's pretty great.
yeah, like you're throwing away our rights to fucking fight back essentially, and if you do that, you have a dictatorship at that point. Like
Yep.
people don't fuck they don't realize how lucky we are that we weren't born in fucking like Cuba or like you know or North Korea. Shit, like one of the best examples I can think of is like Mary Beth Tinker. uh, Mary
Who?
Beth Tin- Mary Beth Tinker was an American activist, and like when she was a kid, she essentially she when she was in junior high, she essentially went to court with I think it was Des Moines, because
Oh,
she was wearing a black armband that the school didn't support, because she was against the Vietnam War, and
okay.
I believe she won that court case, and she was fighting for she had the right to speak for peace, and she's just an amazing example of somebody fighting for something that she believes in, and like especially as a kid she was able to do that, but she did it the right way. She wasn't violent, she wasn't fucking killing people, and she wasn't deplatforming people. As a matter of fact, she was like, here are my arguments for being against the Vietnam War, and she was a kid when she did this, and again,
Yeah.
like you're gonna spit in the face of something that like a Vietnam peace like protester was fighting for. Like really? Like you dumb fucking kids. Like you guys got nothing better. You guys have nothing better to do than to go on TikTok and dance about your different pronouns. You dumb fuck. Like really? Like that's the worst thing that's happening to you right now. Is like you're worrying about your fucking pronouns. Like really?
Yes. No,
Jesus
pronouns
fucking
are important.
Christ.
Charlie.
Don't get me wrong. I don't like. I have tons of friends, or that's a lie. I don't have tons of friends that are like identify as different things, but I have a few of them, and I get along with them really well. Like we don't give like it really doesn't matter. Like it's like okay, cool. I'll call you whatever the fuck you want me to call you. That's fine, right? But you know, I'm only doing that because I like you. I'm doing that because I
Exactly.
like. I'm doing that because I'm doing it because I like you, because you're a reasonable human being, and and I don't give a shit. It's fine. But if you're gonna, but you're also like they're also not here telling me, you know, like I'm not allowed to say these things or like oh, you know, like you're a bigot or whatever. Like it's not. I don't know, man. It's just it hurts. It hurts my brain. It hurts my soul. Like.
Just
To
a
be
little
fair,
bit.
though, I was also a bully when I was a kid, so, you know.
Oh, me too.
I was
I was
also,
not nice.
yeah, I was not a nice kid either. I was a pretty big bully, but I mean, it's just the thing is that they're kids, dude. Like you don't really figure yourself out until like you're like 26, 27. Like I'm 20, I'm 22. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing yet either. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I got life figured out. I don't. I don't know what the fuck's going on. That's why I go to the experts and like the you know the people who actually. That's why I try to go to different sources and shit. Oh man, I'm just waiting for people to just start identifying as animals, you know, so I can legally kill bison, you know.
That'd be pretty dope.
It's like, hey man, they sexually identified as that animal, and they want, and you know, they referred to it as such, so I'm gonna treat them like one. You know, I got their skin on my wall. It's nice. It's great. I'm legally allowed to do this.
Like he was a deer, so
He was a
I
deer.
ate him.
No, he was a deer, so I ate him. Oh man, I've always wanted to eat deer. Goddamn. And then like I don't know, and social media is not helping because it's just like enabling these fucking people to feel like they're special. You know,
Yeah,
like I'm not special, you're not special.
you're just another dude.
Yeah, we're not special. Like we're just another dude. Like yeah, we're just other dudes. We just suck each other's dick like anybody else.
No,
You
I
know
don't
what I
know
mean?
about that.
It's just we just cuddle at night like everybody else. We just fucking it's you know, but
Yeah.
like I feel like narcissism is a big thing that's been what is it? That's just been blowing up a lot recently because everybody has to feel like they're involved or they're special or like you know they're unique.
That is a huge thing about the whole, anti-racism thing that kind of irks me a little bit. It's like none of this has anything to do with you.
Yeah, oh yeah, and it's
Why
always
are you upset about it?
and again it's always like the white people, right?
Yeah,
It's always white people who are
it's
speaking
not
on.
even just the people; it's just the girls.
Yeah, it's always like the white girls that are always speaking on behalf of the black community. It's
Yeah.
like it's like what like what?
It's like,
She
check
like
out my black screen on my Instagram story.
oh what? Oh no. Oh
I'm
god.
trying to raise awareness.
I know. It's like, bro. It's like why? Like what? Like yeah. It's annoying. And they're always like racist against their own like
Yes.
right? It's always like white people are so fucking privileged. Yeah, that's why you're here, you dumb bitch. That's why you're here at this Black Lives Matters protest with a fucking dress on. You stupid fuck. Oh my god, man. These
So you
dumb
didn't think this one through, did you?
yeah. Yeah, it's like yeah, exactly. It's like you really didn't. You really weren't thinking about this, were you? Jesus Christ, man, these dumb fucking people. And that's all it is. Is they want brownie points. They want to go, look at me, I'm involved with the community. Oh my god, I'm such a good person. I'm such a good person, and you're not. Oh my god, you don't go to protest? Wow, you must be bigoted. Oh wow. Wow, I don't want to. I don't want to be affiliated with you. You're a fucking asshole, okay? Yeah, I'm better than you. All right. I'm glad that's established, okay? I'm just so much better than you. Wow. Fucking oh my god. Again, I don't have a problem with people doing protests. I think that's very American. I'm all for protests. I just hate people who
There's a
pretend.
difference between a protest and the I'm just trying to put up an image.
Yeah, I just hate people who pretend like they're good people. Like, I would rather like what Morgana it's funny. Morgana has like a saying in League. She has like a line. I think it's like something along the lines of like I would rather be around an honest sinner than a self-righteous liar or something like that.
And
And it's like, like it's
that's like the other things. Like you can always trust a bad person to be bad, or you can always trust a liar to lie, but you can always trust an honest person to be
yeah.
honest.
Yeah, like it's just yeah, I don't know. I just I think people need to get the fuck off of social media. Like I think people need to stop fucking, like, and if you are going to use it, like fucking, like don't get me wrong, do whatever the fuck you want, but I
Stop
feel
being
like
such a fucking loser.
I
And if
feel
I
like
say you're a loser for doing it, don't get mad at me.
I feel like a lot of the depressive episodes and a lot of this insecurity. I feel like a lot of that would just go the fuck away if a lot of people would just focus on not trying to put up an image of themselves on fucking social media or comparing themselves to people on social media. Like that's like the big thing is like a lot of I would there's like stats or like numbers for depression going up again on like 12 to like 14-year-old kids. I think it went up. I don't want to pull a number out of my ass. I don't remember what the fucking number is, but I just remember it went up like extremely high, from like from before social media was around and then after social media, like post social media and pre social media. Um, and I think a lot of that again it does have to do with fucking people wanting to like hold up, let me there hold up,
What?
I just had a Joe Biden moment, give me a moment. I have so many things happening going in my head.
I'm not gonna lie, I spaced out for a solid 5 seconds, dude.
Give me a second. I'm looking for there's a clip I saw the other day.
There they are.
There's this guy on YouTube who just he
Sending you the location now.
he collects like videos of fucking narcissists
And if it helps,
on
I
social
have a
media
couple
and
police
stuff,
contacts.
and
I've
it's
asked them to help you out.
it's just the funniest thing, but it also makes me really fucking depressed. It makes me really fucking depressed because like after a while it's like, oh, this is funny, and then you look at his channel and then there's like just there are so many fucking videos. There are so many videos of people just fucking doing the dumbest shit. And then you realize, oh my god, it's not just like a handful of people. It's a big no. Oh my god. Like, okay, hold up. I don't know if okay, you
There's like
look at
half
this.
of each generation is kind of retarded.
Bitches.
Look at this shit.
Oh, God. Get your masks and hazmat suits ready. We're about to get hit with another Cardi B variant.
And I don't want to hear I'm acting different.
Yeah, because this is completely normal. That's what all the infected say.
Same lips that be talking about me is the same lips that be ass kissing. These ain't who they say they are, and they're saints they catfishing.
See, folks, this is exactly how the virus is spread. These type of strains don't come from a lab in Wuhan. They come from the lab in the Punan. It's a 3-step process. It starts with a simple leg lift. The
Hold up. That's not even like the more egregious ones. Hold up. Like there are some fucking crazy, like, hold up. Like he has a clip of people literally going to Black Lives Matter protests with dresses on, and then they take a picture of them at the Black Lives Matter protest, and then they, like, what is it? They scroll up their sign, and then they look at the picture that they took, and they leave. Like, it's that bad. Hold up, let me see. Let me see. Yeah, here we go. Give me a moment. Holy shit.
Look at these.
Oh my god. Okay, here we go. Alright, here we go. Here we go. It's not.
Look at these kids berating this woman for not putting her fist in the air. You notice they never do this to people who look like John Cena? No, they choose Carol from the flower shop. Bunch of tough guys. If this were medieval
Christ.
times, the village would round these pansies up and chain them to their lawns. Peter Dinklage, with a wiffle ball bat, could single-handedly dismantle this pathetic regime. Nah, but today we just
Jesus
let them go
fucking
around like
Christ.
Nazi stormtroopers, forcing people to play Simon Says. Yeah, and here's the leader, Raging Rachel, changing the world, one
Raging
temper
Rachel.
tantrum at a time. Yeah, this kid looks like he just realized this was his aunt. Sorry, Aunt Carol. Please don't tell my mom I'm doing this. Just leave, Johnny, okay? You don't understand. I can't just walk away. They'll shame me for thinking for myself. You know what this is? This is the participation trophy generation, all grown up. You want to stop these people, this is what you do. It's a 3-tier system. Number 1, you should always keep a net on your roof. Number 2, you have a buddy waiting in the window with a bucket of tar. Number 3, a guy below with a Nerf cannon filled with goose feathers. You dump the tar on him, you blast him with the feathers, drop the net on him, pull him up to the roof, helicopter him out of there, drop him off in the jungle, and let him scream at the moon like the uncivilized pack of baboons that they are.
Jesus Christ, man. And they're just, and he's got so many more of these. Like, he's got so many of them. Like, it's just, it's like a bunch of kids. A bunch of kids and like a bunch of doughy, sad, depressed individuals who want an excuse to just bully people. And this is their excuse. This is their excuse to bully people. They're just going around bullying the shit out of like random people, minding their own fucking business. That lady probably just was there to have like coffee or something. And you have these people probably fucking blocking traffic and just creating chaos for everybody.
That kind of thing wouldn't happen to me because, well, I could just look at them and tell them they're retarded because they're preaching at the wrong person at the moment.
Exactly.
It's like telling me to put my fist up for Black Lives Matter. It's like telling a white person that
I would
they shouldn't be
imagine.
white. It's like, no.
Right. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's not.
It's like my friend. You can't tell a black person that he has to support Black Lives Matter. That's not how that works.
Right. It's terrible. It's just, I mean, but that's just the direction we're in. You know, we're heading. I don't know. Maybe they'll grow out of it. You know, maybe. I don't think they will, but maybe. I'm just being hopeful.
Half of them are already like adults.
I would imagine that annoys the shit out of you, though, right?
I just don't think about it and kind of just ignore it. It's better that way.
Right.
It keeps me out of trouble.
Right. Well, I mean, I'm definitely the same way, but I would imagine that when it does come up,
I've had a few instances where people have tried to talk to me about it and everything. It's just like, can you just not?
yeah. And that's the thing is like most people are like that. Most people who I guess are being oppressed or being fought for are usually the ones who give the least shit. It's like, dude, like I'm pretty all right. Why are you going around beating the shit out of random people? Like, isn't this like the opposite of like what Martin Luther King fought for?
This isn't the goal here. You know?
This is not the way to do it, guys. Fuck. And then again, you have the people who are like social media narcissists. Like, oh my god, like okay, this made me want to vomit.
My huge thing is just like there's everybody going like Black Lives Matter or like all lives matter or whatnot, and so I'm just like, personally, I just don't think anybody's life matters to me. I'm just being honest.
I think everybody should just die.
They're all fucking useless.
How about everybody dies? How about that? Well, it's because
That
like
might that's the simple solution.
it's because a lot of these people, it's just that they don't have struggle, so they create struggle. You know,
Sure.
they don't have actual problems, and so they have to go and like look for one, and But I also just feel like there are bigger issues at hand. Like
Yeah.
I think there are more important things that we should
This vial of
be
the
taken
lizard
care of
blood,
as
I was
opposed to
able to
just
mix up a cure and turn him back
making
into Dr.
everybody
Connors.
conform to an ideology.
God, it didn't last.
Because isn't that what Hitler did? Isn't that literally what Hitler did?
Yeah. And
Didn't he convince everybody that there was a group of people that were wrong and that were inferior to their group of people,
yes.
and so he slaughtered the
So
other half.
instead of instead of doing, you know, um blonde hair, blue eyes are the good people are doing a black Hitler this time around.
It's instead of it being a physical um, ideology, it's a mental one. It's more about how you think as opposed to how you look. So yeah, it's like the opposite. Yeah, it's literally the opposite. Yeah, it's like we don't care how you look, but if you don't think the way we do, you're a fucking idiot, and we're gonna bully the shit out of you and fucking like
It's okay. I don't think we have anything to worry about when it comes to being gassed or anything. I think they're all too much of a bunch of quivering pussies to do anything of the sort.
Yeah. Yeah, but my biggest issue is that they're
That shot.
because it seems like there's a loud there's I think, and I don't think it's the majority of people who think this way. I think it's just a very loud minority, a very vocal minority who make everybody think that this is the way we think. Um, and the government sees that, and so do businesses and stuff. And
And they cave into it.
they cave into it.
Make it
They
worse.
pander to them, and they make it worse. Yeah, like oh my, like oh Jesus Christ, and then again the narcissists. Like hold on,
Imagine
look at
taking a
this.
photo of a guy doing deadlifts in the middle of a crosswalk, then getting upset when someone crosses the street. Oh, you're influencing. Yeah, the only thing you're influencing is natural selection. Why don't you stay there a little longer? Let it do its job. Yeah, then you got this one. Thinks the world is an amusement park. There you go. That's how you gotta treat these people. Just push them to the side. Yeah, let's take selfies with wild bears now. Why not?
Jesus Christ.
Look at her shocked. Who'd you think was gonna stand up, put its arm around you, and make duck lips for your Snapchat? Then you got this one, taking a photo with her entire identity. God, they're everywhere.
Like really trying to get sponsored by them.
How about you really try to live a life without seeking validation? What is this shit? I don't think this guy needs a photo, honey. I'm thinking more of an exorcism. Well, this is the world we live in now, folks. The look at me generation, where everyone finds a way to make everything about themselves and make sure you see it. What a legacy to leave behind.
Jesus fucking Christ. There's just a lot of insecurity going around right now, man. A lot of it. And it's a lot I don't know. I see a lot. I see it a lot at work too, like people who are just really fucking insecure, but they don't do anything about it. Right? They think
Yeah.
that their insecurities will go away by being like more vocal or just more what's the word I'm looking for? More obnoxious, I guess. Like more
Just
like
be louder, and
Hey!
suddenly everything goes away.
right. Well, cause like it's okay. So
The situation in Syncarium must be pretty bad if Oscorp is sending all
I see a lot of people like at work who will complain about like, oh, like I have to, like I'm the only one back here and I'm the only one working here, blah blah blah, or or they'll be like, oh yeah, there's nothing wrong with being fat. I literally had somebody at work say that. They're like, yeah, there's nothing wrong with being fat, and somebody validated them who was also big and fat. They're like, yeah, there's nothing wrong with it.
I wholeheartedly disagree. It's rather unhealthy.
And I'm just like, I'm sitting there like, oh shit. And I was like, well, it's none of my business, so I won't say anything. But
I need to track down those
I can't like. I was like, what the fuck? And there's just a lot of people complaining about a lot of shit. Like, don't get me wrong, that's this whole podcast, right? Just us complaining about people fucking being, But I do it with friends. You know what I mean? I don't do it in public. You know, it's like, oh goddamn it, these fucking libtards, what the fuck, fucking shit, goddamn, they're fucking up our economy, goddamn it. But there's just a lot of unhappy people right now. It seems like there's a lot
Yeah.
of
It's not even like sadness anymore. It's just senseless anger.
yeah, and there's just like this big divide between between individuals. There's no. It seems like there's no room for nuance or you know, or like actual like discussion. You know, like regular discussion. And everything that's anything that's a joke that's slightly offensive is like not a joke and bigoted and
I don't get that either. It's a joke if I say it's a joke.
yeah, like it's like underlying racism, you know, and like your microaggressions and stuff. It's like Jesus Christ, man, like
Calm
fuck.
down, calm
Like-
down. I
like-
understand that, you're an oversensitive idiot, but
Right. It's like can we just fucking can we just like chill? Like can we just like not take everything so fucking literally and like cuz you'll go watch a movie, right? And somebody like kills somebody, but you know it's not real. It's not real. Like, you know, you go and watch like Saw and that those people are getting tortured and murdered, but it's not real. It's a fucking movie. Like I feel like the same thing should be with jokes. It's like it's a fucking joke. Shit. Like it's not how I actually feel about things, you know what I mean? I don't know. I think people need to laugh more. I think more people need to take mushrooms. I think people need to have like a psychedelic fucking I think people need to have a
just get high, man. Come on.
yeah, I think people need to have a psychedelic spiritual experience and then maybe we can all just come together. That's why it's like I think like if I was a teenager during the Vietnam era, I think I would have been
You would be more.
I would have been a hippie. I think I would have been a hippie. For sure.
You would have been in a war. You wouldn't have had the pleasure of being.
I also probably would have been in war, yeah. Yeah, that too. But I also think I probably would have been a hippie. Yeah, I probably would have been like, no, you're not taking me, and I probably would have been arrested, you know? Like, fuck war, peace, man. Peace and love, bro. Because it's like, I used to give hippies a lot of shit, you know, when I was younger, and I still kind of do.
Old classic hippies were pretty interesting dudes and
Right.
gals, I suppose.
Yeah, I don't know. I think more people need to. I think more people need to. I think more people need to exercise. I think more people need to take mushrooms, and I think they need to get laid. I think
I don't know about that last part.
I-
I'm kind of partial on the let's stop. Let's kind of slow down on that.
Oh my! Oh, have you been dating?
No,
He's like, no,
but
that's the problem.
I don't think that people should be so frivolous.
No, I think we all need to just get. I think we just all need to fuck each other. I think we all need to fuck each other and just love one another, man, and just be intertwined. You know what I'm saying?
I don't wanna. I don't wanna turn this into Grease, man.
I think people just need to. I think people just need to get fucked. I think people just need to go get laid. And then you have like incels, right? Like, and then you have like the people who just like who are the involuntary celibates who just like really bitter and they're like, oh fucking women, man, they're a fuck, bro. Yeah, like all the girls like they're all just angry. They're angry little people who are just mad because they can't get laid.
Well, if you would stop being in such a rush to get laid, maybe you'd get laid.
Right. Yeah, because then like guys get creepy, you know, because then you're
Exactly.
then it's just weird. Then you're just making everything weird.
Like, stop fucking drooling, man. That's gross.
Yeah, it's gross. Yeah, stop being such a fucking simp, bro. Why you simping? Yo, she ain't even that cute. Why you fucking simping, bro? Yeah. But I mean, I guess that's just our generation, right? I guess that's just our era. You know, because
Unfortunately,
like, how do you fix this? You know, how do you like?
that's a trick question. You can't.
How do you yeah, right? Like how do you, that's the $1 million question, right? It's like how do you fix all of this? Like we could sit here and talk about like all this shit, all the things that are happening in the world, but like it doesn't get us any closer to fixing it, you know?
Oh,
Um, but I don't know. I don't know how you would do it. I don't know how you would go about fixing
ooh,
any of that. Yeah,
I just hit my microphone.
I think I heard that.
Really loud in my ear because my headphones are set up to have the playback.
Oh, I see. Good job.
It's not necessarily like it makes it so I can hear myself louder than if I were to have turn that like I can hear myself clearly instead of having myself muffled.
Right,
But
yeah.
still, exterior sounds are still gone.
Right, me too. Yeah, no, I have something similar to that as well. Um, yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, I guess best case scenario is Elon Musk invest something, right? We get Neuralink all in our brain.
Elon Musk, please bring us
Yes,
all together.
yes. We get Neuralink into our implanted in our brains, and we become a hive mind. I think that'd be pretty cool.
We can all fly to space together
Yeah,
in
we
an
all just
Elon rocket.
yep, that'd be great. We all become as smart as Elon. Imagine if like the entire human race was as smart as Elon. Like that'd be nuts.
I think that would lead to de-evolution, honestly,
Hmm. Or
because everybody would be too smart. We'd all start, being better businessmen and taking advantage of one another.
or we develop technology to where that leads us to immortality. That'd be great.
I don't think that's going to be a technology that ever exists. I'm going to be real with you, Chief.
I don't I wouldn't put it past it. Like what if you just had something that would hook you up to like the Matrix, and your
Yeah, but
perception
you have to think about at what point do you just stop being yourself,
yeah,
and
fuck
then
it.
and then there's no point.
Right. Exactly. And then you'd be okay with dying. And then you'd be like, "All right, I'm done. Time to get the blicky in the head." And then you're done. You're gone. You've had your time. Had your fun. You've lived several lives and you're like, "All right, I've seen pretty much what the world has had to offer. I'm pretty good."
It's like it's you're going to end up getting to the point where you're just like, damn, I shouldn't have done this. I kind of
Right.
want to die.
Right. My cat's being a dickhead. Hold up. Go over there. He's on my desk right now. He's being a dickhead. Go over
Yeah,
there.
I think I'm close to
He's
another
like
crime scene.
he's like hugging my Akali thing.
your chair.
No, my Akali like statue thing.
Mystery person's calling
Go
card.
I
over
didn't
there.
know you had a statue too.
Ah, fuck yeah! I have the KDA
I am
one.
exponentially more disappointed in you.
I have the KDA one, the one in their on their
This was
merch
ruled
store.
an accidental death.
Yeah, it even comes with the black light.
I don't, uh-oh.
Oh
Uh-oh,
yeah.
you don't want that black light there, Joel. Not
No,
for you.
no, I got it. No, it already looks like a Picasso painting. Yeah. No, it's too late. Yeah, I know, but it's pretty cool though. I mean, it kind of sucks though, cause like you have to like like the flashlight. You gotta fucking. It'd be cooler if I had like a light that was always on it, but I'd have to figure something out. But yeah, I don't know. I think if anyone's gonna do it, I think Elon would be able to do it. I think Elon would be able to come up with something to fucking fix our issues, fix our insecurities or something like that. Just well, because the thing is like his Neuralink is supposed to be developed to fix any like mental issues. Like I think it's supposed to like help with like ADHD and OCD and all that other stuff. Like anything that essentially like a mental illness, anything that could be inhibited through the brain. That's what Neuralink is. It's in its first designs are supposed to be. But Elon has said he has said on the record that when you get Neuralink eventually, and if you do get Neuralink, people will be able to communicate to each other without words. That we'll be able to talk to each other just through our minds. And therefore you could be able to, I would imagine if you're able to do that, I would imagine you would also be able to transfer information between people with your mind. So
Maybe.
I feel like that'd be able to close the gap. I think that's the way. Honestly, I think that's the way it would go. I think a lot of our issues could possibly be solved through Neuralink. Just because people would be able to explain one another, I think we'd be able to understand each other much better and see really where we're coming from. And I don't know, Elon's just doing a lot of fucking awesome stuff. Charlie, go over there. Stop that. What? You're really cute, but go over there. Being a dickhead. Sorry, my cat. It's not like having a dog where like the dog just sits around and he runs on the floor. You have to
I
watch
like having an actual, genuine animal.
Yeah. Yeah, fucking yeah, Charlie he can go pretty much wherever he wants. And he chooses my desk whenever I'm on it. Can you not, please? Oh great, you're gonna knock the
But I like being an inconvenience.
Yeah, look, well, yeah. He's like, but Dad, I want your attention. Yeah, be a little dickhead about it. Nah, I like having him around. Oh, he turned on my switch. That's what happened. I was like, why did my TV turn on? He turned on the switch and he turned on the TV. But yeah, man, I'm probably gonna. Yeah, I need time to just chill because I have way too much going on right now. So I think I'll probably I might take a vacation over there. I might fly over there.
Sounds like a wonderful idea.
Yeah. Where are you gonna take me?
I don't know.
we definitely need to get the boys together. And
Yeah, for sure.
And I gotta look at. I'm gonna look at tickets after this and see what's up, see what's what. But we definitely need to get the boys together, and then like just eat
good old time.
Eat tons of food and yeah, because like it sucks. It's funny, right? Because like really like honestly, this friend group. It's just so funny, like how you guys are all like hanging out with each other, and it's like, oh man, I know I'd have a great time if I was there, but too bad I live on the other side of the fucking country.
Hey, that's your fault. You're the one that moved.
Yeah, I did. I moved.
You could have moved here.
I could have moved there. I really could have. And shit, I might. We'll see. But it's just like. It's really funny because it's like, damn, you guys have a great time. It looks like a lot of fun. And it's really funny to think that we met on League.
Yeah, the shittiest game in the world.
I know, the shittiest game in the world. We met on League. Jesus Christ.
And how, you asked? Because I said I was your dad.
Yeah. No, well, I think I remember you saying something weird, and I was like, Dad? Question mark? And you're like, son? I think that's how it went down. Either I was playing Nar or you were playing Nar, one of the two.
More likely me.
Because I remember at the time I was playing Nar pretty early into that. Because I was still in my Teemo phase. I was still playing like Yordles. Oh shit.
We're playing a lot of Riven at that point too.
That too, yeah. I was trying to learn how to play Riven, but I was fucking terrible at it. So I'm still pretty bad at it actually. Pretty bad at that. Jesus Christ, that was like 4 years ago, huh?
Yeah.
Oh my
really
god. That's nuts. It's funny because like there's a lot of people who are like yeah, meeting people online is weird. But then and then you meet people online, and it's like, oh, I guess it's not that weird.
Actually get along with these people better than normal people.
Yeah, I actually get along with these people better than I do with like literally everybody else. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, cuz I like the thing is like because I've had friend groups, like there's a couple of people who I like just don't like I don't hate people, right? I don't hate anybody, but there are people that I don't like being around. Like
Yeah.
um there are certain friends that I've had in California to where it's like, okay, they were very problematic, and they didn't help with my mental health, and they were also just really they just I realized that I didn't enjoy being around them, and it was more so like the only reason I was around them was because they were the only people I had been around, and those were the only people I was familiar with, and so therefore I thought I was comfortable being around them. So like there are just some people who I won't talk to anymore, just because like it's not ideal. It's not good for me in the long term. So I won't talk to them anymore. But you guys are
Sometimes,
great.
sometimes that's just gotta happen.
Yeah.
Even if
Well,
it's not something that you're fond of happening, sometimes it's just like, well,
yeah. There are some people who there are a couple people recently who have been trying to get like back in contact with me. They're like, oh, like what are you up to? I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not talking to you anymore. Like I don't know.
sorry.
Yeah, nope, I'm good. I'm avoiding that. Like, well, I didn't say anything actually. Like they like messaged me, and I just didn't reply. I'm just like you're better off just wondering why. I think you're just better. Well, it'd be better if I said why and explained myself, but I can't be bothered. I just that's more stress I don't need. So I'm good. But yeah, man, we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully, because I've been wanting to do this for a while, but I'm having things come up like work and lawsuits and
Lawsuits.
yeah. Oh yeah, my lawsuit came back.
The entrance to his hideout.
Lovely.
Yeah, my lawsuit came back. So the guy didn't want me to pay for his he wasn't okay. He didn't want me to pay for his damages to his truck and his what is it, his physical, I guess, needs. I don't know how much I'm legally allowed to talk about it, but basically he wasn't happy with the amount I was offering, and he wants more. So I'm like, cool, great. Well, this sucks. I'm not too worried about it anymore. Honestly, it's just really annoying. I just don't want to think about it anymore. It's like this happened 2 years ago. I don't want to deal with this anymore. It like when it first happened, it really like fucked me up. I was really depressed for a while because of it and other things. But at this point now, it's just annoying. Now I just don't want to deal with it. So yeah, I think a vacation would be nice. Yeah, I think it would do me pretty well. But yeah, I have to go eat.
It's good. Eating is good.
I've gotta shave. I gotta go get a haircut.
You
I
enjoy.
gotta edit. I gotta edit some shit. I got tons. I got my whole day ahead of me right now, and I have to go into work tomorrow. So unfortunately, I don't get tomorrow off. So I gotta squeeze in as much as I can today. But yeah, man, thanks for coming on and fucking humoring me for a while.
Yeah, man. It was a good time.
Yeah, and hopefully I'll be flying over there and meeting you guys in person for the first time. I think it'd be fun if it does happen. I think it'd be really if it does happen. Hopefully, I'm pretty sure we'll all have to look at tickets and how much they cost and really like figure out how much I'm going to be spending going over there.
Yeah, that is important to look at.
Right. But what is it? But if it happens, then I can confirm that it happens. Like if I'm if it for sure happens, we should all like do one before like we meet in person.
Yeah.
Like a podcast before we meet in person. You know what I mean? I think that'd be really funny. I think that'd be hilarious. Because I am wondering what it'll be like. How weird it'll be for us to meet, for all of us, for me to meet all of you for the
Just
first time.
prepared for all of us to look at you and make fun of you for all of your greasy glory.
That'll be great. I'm looking forward to I'm looking forward to that. That's gonna be really fun. Alrighty, man. Well, thanks again. Thanks for being on here.
Yeah.
I will talk to you whenever I can. And yeah, man. I love you, bro. Thanks.
Yeah, me too, bro.
All right.
Deuces.
I'll talk to you later. We'll see what happens. All right. Peace.